Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. You probably can tell today that I'm not my happy-go-lucky self when I like the other times that I made these other videos, but yesterday, Tuesday, um, was really hard on me, and I'm still trying to process everything that happened at my appointment. So, first off, I want to thank my brother Mike for being my driver and taking the time off to drive me to my appointments up in Charlottesville. I also want to thank my mama and Quan for always going with me and being such a great support system. I'm going to try to get through this video without hopefully crying. Um, I cried so much yesterday and today that I kind of have shut down some because I need time to process everything that the doctor has told me. So, yesterday we leave and it was such a wonderful trip up there because me, my mama, Quan, and Mike, we all in the car laughing and just having a good old time. Who knew that by the time I left there that I would be in tears and whatnot. And but on one hand, I kind of knew that that appointment was going to be a little different because Monday night I could not sleep. I was very restless, and that was very unusual for me to be restless for a doctor's appointment because I have so many, that one, it just wasn't right that night. I knew something was going to be wrong when I went to Charlottesville. I've always had like a intuition about my body, you know. I basically always used to tell myself, I know my body better than the doctor knows my body. I know when it's something truly wrong with it. So anyway, getting on to the appointment, I had to do a PFT, which is a pulmonary function test. I've done so many of them. Last time I went, I did one, but I did not do the 6-minute walk test with it. But this time I had to do the 6-minute walk test. So doing the pulmonary function test, which I had a really nice nurse. You would have thought we knew each other. Um, Doing one part of the test, she said she knew that I probably wouldn't be able to do it, and that was based off of the first half of the test that I took. And I knew that too because when you do the PFT, you have to. It's certain parts to it. It's, I don't know if I mentioned it before. Is where you have to blow, 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 blow to get to a certain area, but I can't blow, blow, blow constantly just like that to make it. Or and then there's a part where you hold your breath and then you let it out and you hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, push it out, push it out, push it out. But I'm able to constantly just keep pushing the air out, pushing the air out, pushing the air out. That's not what these lungs are set up to do. And so after we done that and the part that I couldn't do, she took my blood pressure and whatnot, and she proceeded to hook me up to oxygen because she probably knew I needed some, which I had my own oxygen with me, but she didn't want me to run the battery down. And so we went for a 6-minute walk test, which seemed like the longest walk of my life. It was down a very long hallway that had 2 cones set up at either end that you go around. And I was attached to the oxygen tank along with a walker. The walkers that has the seat on it and everything. I was hooked up to one of those. And during the 6-minute test, I did have to rest um, for a little bit to catch my breath because it was a very long hallway. It might not be to most, but to me, it was a very long hallway. So we go back to the room after the 6-minute walk test. She takes my blood pressure, and then we head on to a room. Only one person was allowed to come in the room with me, and that was Quan. So Quan comes in the room with me, and first a nurse comes in, and he's asking me, questions. Look, just the normal questions, and then he proceeds to take my pulse, and he leaves out, and then the intern comes in that's working with my doctor comes in, and he comes in and he's asking me, how have I been, what's been going on. I told him about my oxygen concentrator, feeling like it was almost about to kill me, and he was a little shocked, and I was telling him that, yeah, it was putting water in my lungs and everything. So he says, let me take a listen to you. So he takes a listen, and I don't know what he heard, because I don't know if it startled him of what he heard or whatnot. But all me and Quan know is that he was like, okay, I'll be back. As soon as he listened to me in the back where I was taking deep breaths. So he said, I'll be back with the doctor. So the doctor comes in. She's a wonderful doctor, I can't say that. And so she comes in and she proceeds to tell me, that what the intern had told her about the oxygen and everything, and she was like, totally lost too, that it would have done that. So then she goes over she asked me how much oxygen am I on, because I had my portable oxygen on me, and I was like, I'm on 3. She was like, no, you need to raise it up. So right there, that gave me a clue right there that I knew something was wrong. So, try not to cry. So, she says to me that at one point my prognosis was holding steady, but not anymore. It's declining kind of fast. And she told me that she would not give me no longer than 5 years and no less than 2 to be able to do conditioning and weight training. So I have to start my conditioning now, and that because I wouldn't have time to do the weight loss and then wait a whole year to do conditioning. I need to be working on my conditioning, or core, to core training, to be able to move the process along a little faster. And she said that there is only a certain type of weight loss that I will be able to get because of my lungs and being under anesthesia for too long. I would not be able to do that. So then she also tells me that I have a pulmonary artery that leads from my heart to my lungs, that carries the oxygenated blood, that the numbers are going down. She said that if she knew that there's a possibility of me living more than 5 years, she would never speak of a transplant. But since I don't have after 5 years, I have to do everything I can now to be able to get the lung transplant that I need. and that to make sure that I do everything possible to help the process along with me being able to get on the transplant list. So I have to go back to pulmonary rehab again. Um, and then I have to start some more exercises to do, and I have to get uh, I have to make sure that I can be able to handle going under being underneath anesthesia. So I need to lose some more weight. I've already lost some weight, but I need to lose more, even with the weight loss surgery. So she also said that I needed to get an echocardiogram when I come back. And usually I go to see her every 4 months, but this time, since I'm rapidly declining now, that I have to go back to see her in January now, 2 months. And get an echocardiogram and do a PFT again. It is very scary. I would say that this is the scariest I have ever been throughout any of my health problems. This one has scared me so much. I cried so much yesterday that Quan, he was a big comfort to me. He told me, Mom, you have a good support team, and that we're here for you, and whatever you need done, we will help you, which made me cry even more. And he told me that he knew that I could survive this and beat this, because he knows how strong I really am. But at this moment, I'm not as strong as I should be, because I still have to process everything that was said. So Quan said, Mom, I will exercise with you. We will get you to where you need to be. And then I'm so thankful to have such an amazing son. Like him, I wouldn't ask for another child in the world, because he's truly amazing. Also, my mom and my brother, they always say pray, and I pray. That's all I can do is pray. Sometimes I know that you shouldn't question God, but sometimes I say, why me? And then I say to myself that He only gives the toughest battles to the ones He knows that can fight and survive. And that's what I've been doing throughout all my health problems, is surviving. And with this one, I will also survive. I will fight. And I will be so much better. I will get my new lungs. I will get so much better and be a brand new healthy person, I'm hoping. But this is really a lot to take on. And I'm going to fight, and I just need all the support that I can get and all the prayers. I just want to thank everyone who does watch my channel and follow me and subscribes and even calls and texts and message me on Facebook. Okay, since I have now stopped crying, at least for the moment, I forgot to add that the doctor herself also took a listen to my lungs, and she said that she could hear some type of wheezing. I forgot the first half, and she asked the intern could he hear it, and he said yes. So I wanted to come in and just add that to the end of the video.